First step of any factoring problem is to look for your greatest common factor. In this specific problem, our greatest common factor is x to the fifth. Notice how every term has an x, specifically an x to the fifth. So we're going to factor that out first. So when I factor out x to the fifth, I end up with 12x squared plus 7x and then minus 10. At this point, we're going to go ahead and factor this part from here. So I'm looking for factors of 12 and factors of 10. So factors, you could use 1 and 12, 2 and 3, 2 and 6, or 3 and 4. I'm going to start with 2 and 6, and then I'll try 2 and 5 for 10. And you're going to try to get a combination that's going to multiply to give you 7. So for instance, 6 times 2 is 12. 2 times 5 is 10. If I subtract those, because we're going to be subtracting, that does not give me 7. So I'll try another pairing. So instead of 6 and 2, I'll do 6 and 5. That gives me 30. And then 2 and 2 gives me 4. Those likewise do not subtract to 7. So I'm going to keep the 2 and 5 for now. That might be wrong. I'm going to instead try 3 and 4 for 12 and try those pairs. So like 4 and 2 is 8, 3 and 5 is 15. And those ones, if we subtract, notice 15 minus 8 gives me 7. So I know this is the pairing I actually want. So I'm going to leave it as x to the fifth. The 3 and the 4, since they are the factors of the 12, are going to be our first factors. So I've got 3x and 4x. And then notice how the 3 got multiplied by the 5. So that means they need to be in opposite parentheses. So I'll put 3x times 5. And that means the 2 goes in the other one. The last part we need to do is just figure out signs. Now we're subtracting, which means they're going to be opposite signs. One's going to be positive, one's going to be negative. And we want them to subtract to give us a 7x. So that means we want the 8x to end up being negative. So we have 15 minus 8x. So we'll subtract the 2, add the 5, and then that is our final result.